Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today is the announcement for this month, or March, yes.
2022.
Yes.
That's right, folks. Tonight we're going to let you know what we're going to be doing this month. We've got a bit of a free-for-all month going on.
Yeah, we don't have any theme, and considering the fact that I might have a bit of extra time, that might be a bit useful.
Yeah, if we manage to pull a theme out of our wares.
We won't. First, that's physically impossible, as a theme is not a physical thing. It's more of a metaphysical, astronomical concept. None of those words actually apply to the topic I'm speaking about. But despite the fact that none of those three words have anything to do with the concept of a theme, there's no other statement to that. That's just, I said three words that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. But what does have something to do with what we're talking about is
the craft materials.
The basic thing that we're using
craft
this
materials
month.
we'll be using. This is your good old-fashioned, everybody hates it, white styrofoam with the noise everybody hates. But fortunately, we've got a Proxon and we've got a hot wire cutter, so this will probably be the last time you hear that, unless I just decide to make that sound again. The chalkboard nails on the chalkboard. But we're going to be using a lot of this, quite a big chunk of it. I didn't want to bring it up here and clutter up the studio until we're actually going to use it. But the more the merrier. We're going to be making something pretty big toward the end of the month.
Yeah, it's going to be much more than this.
Oh yeah.
Much more.
More along the lines of the bridge craft challenge we did for the Tabletop Crafters Guild. You can see it's up there. And you're going to want, or if you're going to follow along with this craft, you probably won't, because it's like I said, it's going to be pretty big, and you may not have any use for it whatsoever in your regular gaming sessions. But we're going to basically be using large slabs of it and cutting it down.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to keep that there? Okay.
Simply because
we will be doing something. Why don't you bring out the rest of them too?
Yes, we finally found, or I wasn't there, he finally found.
Bring out the other ones. Oh. Final Faction Wave 2. We've got one of everything from this wave. I think it's Wave 2.1 technically. We already opened up a churro because, the little guy couldn't resist. Where's the little churro?
I don't know. We opened up a lot of things. It wasn't
he's over there. But we're gonna try and craft something completely different out of either the vehicle or the action figures. I kind of have an idea for this guy.
I don't.
Something that I want to do, but we'll see if I can pull it off. I think I can, but it's gonna kind of look maybe like one of the other crafts we did. I may just do it as an extra credit. But we're gonna do something Final Faction this month. Maybe even two things. But we will actually have a review of Final Faction probably next Tuesday, just to give you our thoughts on the whole Final Faction. We won't be throwing just a little mini churro. Then you want to grab that one? Yeah. Or
more Gaslands.
This is the vehicle I cannot wait to modify for Gaslands. I think it's some sort of Phantom. The Phantom Corsair. I love this vehicle. I almost don't want to craft it. I love it just the way it is. But the little bit I'm going to do to it, I think you guys will all approve that I didn't do too much to it. But little guy has yet to pick out his car that he wants to do. And then, of course, we'll be working on the roads. And hopefully maybe during his spring break we'll get to play a little Gaslands and maybe do a review of that if we can get all that together.
Speaking of cars I want to do, here's not a car, and, well, it wasn't my idea, but
yeah,
I definitely
this is going to be.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, this is going to be an Arduin craft, again for George over at Emperor's Choice. I saw this piece right here, and I knew instantly what I want to do with it.
The only issue with this is that it's not a one-of-a-kind piece. We can probably find where it comes from on the bottom.
But it's
off-brand Hot Wheels, not.
Yeah, it's a cheap, schlocky little, earth mover tread unit from a craft we did last month. But as soon as I saw this, I knew what I wanted to do. And this is Cyborg from a Dollar Tree, pack of just, it's just one figure. There's Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. But as soon as I saw Cyborg in this pose, I knew it was the one I was going to use for this craft.
Well, actually, because that one is a one-of-a-kind piece, which we could probably get more if we ordered them.
Yeah, But that's going to be one of the crafts. Then the jemmies, bring those out. These, I'll just pop these out. We haven't decided which shape, but I think we're going to go with this color. You think?
Until I don't know.
Hopefully there's something rounded here. If not, we'll have to use the teardrop shaped. Or we could use the square. But you're basically some of your...
Well, the teardrop shapes do still have uses to them.
Oh, yeah.
Especially considering what we're going to be doing with them.
Yeah. We could even change the color and put something in the other area, too. But these are basic costume jewelry, beads, gem. And these are about just under an inch in height or length. And the color, you can pick your own color for this craft. But
there really is no specific purpose. It does go with another craft. It's on its...
Yeah.
It's...
But you're going to need some of these, at least, I would say 3.
Yeah.
If you don't have a whole bag of them and you don't want to shell out for a big bag of them, maybe you can find a smaller package of them.
And well, technically they aren't necessary, and for a craft that it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still recommend having them for multiple different reasons.
Right.
And we
just happen to have a huge bag of them over there. You're also going to need probably some XPS foam. I just pulled out a little chunk. As you may recall from a previous video, we showed how to do our rolling technique on this piece. But it's just whatever extra XPS scrap you have. You don't need a full sheet or anything like that. But this stuff works better for some applications as opposed to the white stuff. And of course, we'll probably use little guy's favorite. Shameless plug for Milliput, because you saw how much he loves using this.
We're neither sponsored nor own it, so that does not apply.
Yeah. Well, I just want to give him a little shout out because I love this stuff. I use it all the time. I'm glad I've got a couple backup packages because it's getting really hard to find. But we'll definitely be using some Milliput. Excuse me.
On to
the Dragon of the Month. We're going to give you
multiple
two. We're going to give you 2 for this time.
This one we got last year and have been... As you can see, I already painted it.
Yeah, as soon as we got this particular metallic blue from Vallejo...
We needed something to test it on, and that was the only thing available.
This was just perfect. This is, as you probably already know, the Storm Giant from Whiz Kids. And little guy's going to be painting the Storm Giant, and I'm going to be painting the Cloud Giant. Let's pop this open while we're here, because I've been itching to see what it looks like on the inside. So we'll be giving you guys a 2-for-1 on our Dragon of the Month when we're painting together. Yeah, it's tied in the back.
That's how they all are. I doubt you'll find a single one that isn't.
Okay, I think 20 times wrapping it is more than enough.
It's a machine that does it. Or maybe not.
And a quick tip, folks, these twist ties right here, these come in very handy when you're trying to keep something in place when you're gluing it and you don't want to, sit there and hold it for an hour until the glue dries. These things come in real handy, especially because they're plastic coated and it resists a lot of glue types like, PVA glue and maybe even E6000. Definitely not super glue. But, your white school glues and your tacky glues and things like that.
More, not basic, of course, but maybe more simple, but things that are less... Because super glue can actually be kind of weak if it's not attached to the right surface.
Yeah.
But usually speaking, super glue is the strongest. I mean, just barely touching super glue can lead to you a connection so strong that just barely moving your hand will tear the entire thing you've been working on apart.
Yeah.
which
Which reminds me, I gotta get some more accelerator. But
yeah, you do.
yeah, hang on to these twist ties. I've got a bunch of them. They come in real handy. And remember, the bases when you get a base from a WizKids miniature.
If you don't want to make your own, or more accurately, you think that the base that already exists is good enough,
Yeah, these
save it because you never know when you need. Oh, having a well-made base like these instead of just a Pringles lid or any other type of lid is much better.
Yeah, these. I don't think
anything's better than a cardboard disc.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever even used these for the actual miniatures they go to.
Well, we have, but only when they're smaller.
Yeah.
And the bigger ones all have bases anyways.
Yeah, but you can see these bases are pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
They're pretty sturdy, and these are going to be a lot of fun to paint with you guys. We'll be doing that on Sunday, but tomorrow will be a book review, followed by a craft review, and then Friday we'll have another Arduin review. But before we go, also want to let you know that we are looking forward to the Warzone Kickstarter, Warzone Eternal. That's coming up real soon. Wish us luck on that one because I've been waiting for it for quite a while. And also, make sure you guys hit up Eric Tenkar's Tavern channel tomorrow because George DeRosa is going to be a special guest tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to that because he's going to be our first guest when we start doing guests on this show.
I mean second.
Who's going to be our first guest?
I've already had a guest.
Who?
Okay. This man, he's a bit
Are
slow.
you talking about Alex? Or Chew?
No. This man's he's kind of slow today.
Who was it?
This doesn't matter.
Okay, well, Alex and Ev? No? Okay, because I don't think they count. They were just...
No, not talking about...
I mean, they do count.
Not talking about anyone, no.
Okay, well, if you guys know what he's talking about, bring it on back. Also, want to say thanks and hi to Grim. He had a really nice message for us recently because the other guy, as you recall, last week was just not feeling so good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still dying, just slowly
inside.
This time.
Just inside.
No, just really slowly.
Okay, like the rest of us?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck with that because I think I got a head start on you there. But
about a few years.
Just years, half a century.
Yeah, almost exact.
Almost, yeah. So that's it for tonight, folks.
I
hope you enjoyed our shenanigans and hope you guys have a great week. We love you guys, and make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we will see you. Well, I will see you tomorrow, and we will see you Thursday for a craft video, and he's going to go into stealth mode as we say goodbye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.